Our next guest, who's been called the queen of the summer beach read. If you can't go to Nantucket, you can read one of these books. We're talking about best-selling author Elin Hilderbrand. 27 of her books have been based.
Look at all those books.
Wow. All based in Nantucket. And now, after all of those books and almost 25 years, she is starting a new chapter. Hilderbrand just published what she says is her very last Nantucket-based novel, appropriately enough, titled Swan Song. It's about a mysterious wealthy couple and their new assistant who moved to the island and caused drama for the locals with a series of parties, one ending with a missing person. That is drama. Elin Hilderbrand joins us now.
Stuff.
Wow.
Yes.
So what's it like here after 25 years and all of these novels and people love them so much? My mom already texted me. She said, Ellen's on tomorrow. Bring home a copy of the book.
Good. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I could not be more excited. I mean, I have been on a one book every summer for 24 years, and for 7 years I wrote 2 books a year, and so I've always been on deadline. And it will be very nice for me to I will keep writing, but I'm gonna write on my own timeline.
I know, but I read this, to Tony's point, with a lot of sadness, maybe because I knew that this was going to be the last one of this series. You've been here for the past 11 years, you've been here, and you call it Swan Song, but it also parallels what's happening in the book. Someone else is having a swan song, so I'm assuming that that was deliberate.
Exactly. So my recurring character, Police Chief Ed Capanash, is retiring. He's at his retirement dinner. He gets a phone call. There's a house fire and a missing person. He can't let it go, so he takes on one more case, and I have one more novel.
He's like 48 hours to retirement. It's not just he's close to retirement. This is his closing weekend.
Exactly right.
But he still gets involved.
Exactly
My
right.
prediction is you've now retired from the Nantucket-based novel, but you're going to be traveling around that island, and now that you don't need the ideas, you're going to see them everywhere.
Right.
Everywhere.
You'll still be writing, though, Ellen? That's your
Definitely.
game plan?
Yep,
Still
still
be
writing. I'm writing 2 novels with my daughter, Shelby. We are setting 2 books at a New England boarding school. So no shortage of drama.
What?
And how is that writing with your daughter? 18?
She's 18. It's been very humbling, Nate, because she has her own language, and she reads my dialogue and says, no one my age would ever say this. You're such a boomer. I'm Gen X.
But it's also, go ahead, it's also a lot of fun.
I mean, so then it actually raises the question of, like, is the book for that generation or this generation or some generation in between?
It's for both. I always try, like in Swan Song, I always try and have a mix of generations. So there are younger people in Swan Song, and there's drama with them, and then there are the people our age.
Every time I read your book, I read it and I Google to see if these places are real because I'm so captivated by the food. She describes one steak dinner where they said they drool over the steak the way some people drool over Margot Robbie.
The writing pulls you right into the restaurant.
The writing, it does, Nate. I can
feel like you're sitting at the
smell
table.
it, taste it. There's one character you describe as a cross between Michael B. Jordan and John F. Kennedy Jr. Yes, I'll take 2, please.
Yes, I know.
But your writing is so descriptive, and I just can't imagine that you are stepping away from all of it at this particular time.
Right. So I'm going to keep going.
You're just going to take a break.
I'm going to keep going. And like in the boarding school novels, like I try and be really specific, but just in a different milieu, in a different arena.
Yeah.
So
when I was reading the acknowledgments, can I just jump ahead to that? Because you did a special dedication to your ex-husband. I love this, though. You said, I will end where I began the book for Chip Cunningham with friendship and profound gratitude. Why did you want to include him? Number one, I love it because I give my ex a hard time, but at the base of it, he's the father of my children. I will always wish him well, always.
But for a lot of people, I mean, that is the ultimate mystery of the book is how could she dedicate this to her ex?
But you did, but you didn't. It was
So
very
glowingly.
Sweet. Yes.
So we
so
were
glowingly.
together when I like before I was ever published, and I went to graduate school, and Chip came with me and worked at the Oral-B toothbrush factory so that we would have money.
Wow.
And he always believed in me. He not only wanted me to succeed, he wanted me to shine, and he gave me the time and space to do that. So
Well, why is he exing Ellen? All that glow.
Yeah.
that's a different story.
Okay. A little off subject, but in the line of what we're saying, what is the key to a good relationship with your ex?
Well, I mean, I think
spouse?
you really have to focus on the kids. And
Yes,
so Chip and I talk
absolutely.
almost every day about our children, and our children are older, but they still have so many things that need to be discussed. And
Yeah.
I think it's really when you're focusing on the kids, and I think of him as a family member, even though we're no longer married.
I love that you have this relationship,
Yeah.
and I think it's really important, actually, especially when you have children. Also, in the acknowledgement, you said, you were Ellen who wanted to be a writer since you were in elementary school, Ellen.
Yes.
So what does this feel like? So you did this.
I did this.
What you wanted to do in elementary school, you have done, and done it very successfully.
I have been so blessed. I've always known what I wanted to do, and that is a blessing. But that I succeeded just makes me feel so amazing.
It's a beautiful thing. Well, you're making other people feel amazing when they read these books. Elin Hilderbrand, thank you very much. The book is Swan Song. Mom, I'm bringing it home. Don't worry. We will share it at the beach
too.
this summer.